What's going on, guys? My name is Christopher and welcome to It's Complicated, the show where I talk about and showcase wristwatches. So if you love watches like I do, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button, then click on the bell and you'll be all set. Today I'm going to be continuing my discussion on the 2019 Rolex gray market. Here we go. So let's continue talking about the 2019 Rolex gray market. There are a few very popular models that I left out of the last video I made on this topic, and I figured we could talk about those models in this video. First, let's check out the regular Rolex Oyster Perpetual. I'm talking about the 114300. Now, this watch retails for $5,700 here in the US. Now on eBay, here's one that sold for just about $5,800 US, and here's another one that sold for just about $5,900 US. And you guys might already be typing, yes, but what about sales tax? And you're correct. After sales tax, that $5,700 retail watch sells for about $6 grand. So that one for $5,900, still about $100 cheaper than buying it retail. But wouldn't you think for the extra $100 you just want your name on that warranty card instead of buying it gray market through eBay? And I think that just goes to show you how hard it is to find some of these watches, even a regular Rolex Oyster Perpetual 114300. Now let's look at the Rolex 216570. That's right, the Explorer 2. This is one of the only professional or sports models, if you will, that you can continuously find for under retail on the gray market. Retail on the Rolex Explorer 2 is $8,100 US. Now there's two different versions of this watch. There's one with a black dial and one with a white or polar dial, if you will. The white dial is a little more popular, but not by that much, because these watches sell on the gray market for just about the same price. Here's a black dial one that sold for $7,800, and here is a white dial one that sold for $7,700. And don't forget, if you count sales tax, these are pretty decent prices for the Explorer 2. Next, let's check out the Rolex Sky Dweller. Now, the Sky Dweller I want to talk to you guys about is the 326934 reference number. It's a Sky Dweller made of mostly stainless steel, and that bezel is white 18 karat gold. Retail, this Sky Dweller is $14,400. Now let's see what they're selling for on the gray market. Here's one that sold for $22,000, and here's one that sold for well over $24,000, almost $10,000 above MSRP. How wild is that? The Rolex market right now is so hot, even some of the two-tone watches are selling for just above retail, maybe a little under after sales tax, but very, very close. The two-tone Blue Z Sub retails for $13,400 US dollars. Now, here's one I found on eBay that sold for $14,500 US. Like I said, it's just a crazy market right now. Now, of course, every Blue Z Sub is not selling for that much on eBay, but people are paying a little over retail, maybe just right around exact retail if you count sales tax, for even two-tone watches. Even the Rolex Datejust is selling for very close to what it sells for retail on the gray market. The Datejust retails for $9,450, and here's one I found that sold for $9,100. And sure, that's a little bit of a bargain, but you guys have to remember, you used to be able to walk into an AD and get $500 off of a Rolex Submariner Hulk, okay? And that was less than 3 years ago. The market is just insane, and I can't believe it's still this insane. I had one of you guys leave a comment and say, no, you could never get $500 off of a Hulk. Yes, you could, and like 3 years ago you could. This all started around June-ish, May-ish of 2017. So we're barely over 2 years into this market, and I can't believe that this market is still that hot. The last one we'll look at is the Rolex DayDate 228235. Now that's the DayDate in rose gold with the green dial and Roman numerals, and the MSRP on that is $37,500. Now here's one that just sold on eBay for $34,000. Granted, you add tax to that $37,500, you're really close to $40,000, and $34,000 is about $6,000 off. That's the most of any watch we talked about in this video, percentage-wise. But you have to remember, this one is entirely made of precious metal. You used to be able to get much bigger savings secondhand or gray market on entirely precious metal watches. And that's really about it. I just wanted to touch base on some more popular Rolex models that are still very hot right now in 2019's Rolex market. Make sure to leave me a comment and let me know if I missed something or if there's a watch that you want me to talk about or look into, etc. And that wraps up another episode of It's Complicated. Don't forget to subscribe to the show, like this video, share it with all your friends, and I'll see you next time on another episode of It's Complicated.